When you view this video, it is recommended that you hold a ruler with a millimeter scale in your hand. You will feel even more amazing. The best tiny limit artwork. A hand-carved portrait of Leonardo da Vinci, less than 1 square millimeter. Leonardo da Vinci was an Italian polymath of the High Renaissance who was active as a painter, draughtsman, engineer, scientist, theorist, sculptor and architect. Leonardo's genius epitomized the Renaissance humanist ideal, and his collective works compose a contribution to later generations of artists matched only by that of his younger contemporary, Michelangelo. This video shows you a hand-carved portrait of Leonardo da Vinci less than 1 square millimeter, which is the limit of the smallest artwork in the world. The size of the hand-carved works is only 1.12 times 0.93 millimeters, and the entire engraving area is only 0.99 times 0.79 millimeters. It includes portraits, 15 English letters, 8 numbers, 9 Chinese fonts and 1 hyphen. Although the font is not as perfect as laser printed, but it has achieved the smallest degree that the US used laser to print on green cards in 1998. The special rulers in the video show their tiny degree by moving or stretching, and describe in detail the tiny limit sizes of each part. You can easily know their sizes at a glance. Compared to a penny. Compared to a grain of rice. Compared with a grain of sesame. Hand-carved portrait of Leonardo da Vinci less than 1 square millimeter. The diameter of 1 cent is 18.8 millimeters. The size of this rice is 6.25 times 2.99 millimeters. The size of this sesame is 2.1 times 3.62 millimeters. Leonardo da Vinci portrait. The size of the micro-engraved artwork is 1.12 times 0.93 millimeters. The engraving area is 0.99 times 0.79 millimeters. On the left is a hand-engraved portrait of Leonardo da Vinci. The entire engraving area is only 0.99 times 0.79 millimeters. On the right is a portrait of a president with a big beard printed on a US green card with a laser in 1998. The size of this hand-carved work is only 1.12 times 0.93 millimeters. The entire engraving area is only 0.99 times 0.79 millimeters. The entire portrait is only 0.81 times 0.53 millimeters. The head in the portrait is only about 0.48 times 0.41 millimeters, including the mouth, nose, eyes, and wrinkles on forehead. The face in the portrait is only 0.28 times 0.25 millimeters. The mouth area in the portrait is only about 0.06 times 0.12 millimeters in size, and even the upper and lower lips are carved. The nose area in the portrait is only about 0.06 times 0.11 millimeters in size. The left eye in the portrait is only about 0.08 times 0.13 millimeters in size, including eyebrows, eye circles, and eyeballs. The right eye in the portrait is only about 0.07 times 0.06 millimeters in size, including eyebrows, eye circles, and eyeballs. The beard in the portrait is approximately 0.53 millimeters in width from right to left, and more than 30 wavy beards of different lengths and thicknesses are carved. 15 English letters, 8 numbers and a hyphen were hand-carved in an area of 0.18 times 0.66 millimeters. Although the fonts are not as perfect as laser printed, but they have achieved the smallest degree that the US used lasers to print on green cards in 1998. It is recommended that friends with a little bit of curiosity please subscribe to my channel. The new video will bring you unexpected surprises.